Welcome to the 3030 Report.
Hi listeners, you're tuning into this week's episode of the 3030 Report. I'm Bambi, and as always, I'm here with my co-host P.
Hi everybody!
What a week we've had in the West. Footy fever is in the air and all of our local districts have all come up into the finals. And the sunshine's bringing everyone out into the streets as well. I think I've seen about 100 different types of dog this week.
It's great, and you have noticed it's getting a lot darker a lot later.
It is.
It's at least after 6:30 now. Bring on daylight savings.
It's been awesome. I mean, I can get out in the garden after work and means like after winter, my garden could definitely use some work. I didn't go out there basically all of winter.
Same here. Time to get outside and access all that damage my St. Bernards have done over the winter time and get my pond back to a swimming pool, I think.
Looks like you got your job cut out for you there.
I certainly do. You can come over and help if you like.
All right, guys, time for this week's news headlines.
Oh yeah, nice subject change.
I thought so.
Man killed on Western Ring Road. Police said the driver of a truck had pulled over into the emergency lane on the Western Ring Road near Ballarat Road when he and his passenger got out to check the load of the truck. While they were outside the vehicle, a 34-year-old male passenger from Hoppers Crossing was hit and killed by the passing crane truck about 7:20 a.m. Paramedics said a man in his 20s and another in his 30s were taken to Sunshine Hospitals with no obvious injuries. Evidence from the scene suggests the smaller truck was parked appropriately in the emergency lanes when the crash occurred. Senior Sergeant Gerald Clancy told ABC Radio Melbourne,
"It's been struck to the rear by a 60-ton crane truck that was partially straddling the emergency lane and the far left lane. One of the occupants of the smaller trade truck has been at the rear of the truck adjusting his load, and he unfortunately was struck and killed instantly because of the collision. Part of our investigation is to establish why the crane truck has been partially straddling the emergency lane. So we'll look at distraction, fatigue, and the normal parts of our investigation."
Sergeant Clancy said the crane truck was no wider than the lanes on the section of the Western Ring Road. Greensboro-bound lanes on the major Melbourne freeway were closed for several hours between Ballarat Road and Sunshine Avenue while police investigated the causes of the crash.
Pilot suspended at Tullamarine Airport. A Singapore Airlines flight to Wellington was cancelled earlier this week after a pilot failed an alcohol test. Singapore Airlines spokesman Carl Schubert said flight SQ247 from Melbourne to Wellington was cancelled due to an operating crew member being deemed unfit to fly.
The Civil Aviation Safety Authority officials undertook a random drug and alcohol test of all crew prior to them stating their pre-flight checks. The pilot in question did not pass the test due to having a higher than sustained blood alcohol limit. The pilot in question was stood down and has been suspended from all duties effective immediately. He has returned to Singapore where a full investigation will be undertaken. We will also work closely with the Australian and Singaporean authorities to ensure they are supplied the information they are required.
The incident meant the plane could not get to Wellington and its return flight to Melbourne was also cancelled. Twitter user Muteki Khan was supposed to be a passenger on the flight and posted that he was going to miss Saturday night's All Blacks versus Springboks test in Wellington as a result. At Singapore Air, care to try and explain why your captain, i.e. the most experienced person on the aircraft of SQ247, waits until boarding time to decide they're too drunk, ill to fly, he tweeted. Schubert said Singapore Airlines apologised to those affected for the cancellation of these flights. However, the safety of their customers and crew is their highest priority.
We have worked with customers whose travel was inconvenienced to find suitable alternative travel arrangements as quickly as possible. Maserati impound. A driver has been caught allegedly drink driving in Hoppers Crossing Monday morning, Victoria Police say. Police intercepted a black Maserati SUV after it was detected travelling at an alleged 140 km per hour in a 60s zone on Derrimut Road just after midnight. The vehicle is also alleged to have been driven straight through a red traffic light at the intersection of Derrimut Road and Leeks Road. The driver, a 36-year-old Caroline Springs man, returned a positive blood alcohol content reading of 0.141. His Maserati was impounded for 30 days at a cost of $923.40, and his licence was immediately suspended. The man is expected to be charged on summons with 1 count of drink driving and another count of traffic-related offences.
Too bloody right. He was flying.
Flying!
That's crazy.
80 k's over the speed limit in a 60 zone.
And he's drunk.
Oh, yeah, and he was drunk.
It's surprising no one was hurt.
I know, that is so surprising. He's one lucky man to only have his car impounded.
Yeah.
What's up next?
Debate reignited over pill testing. There are renewed calls for pill testing schemes at dance music festivals across the country after deaths of 2 people at the DEFCON 1 music festival in Sydney at the weekend. 2 people died, including a 21-year-old Braybrook woman, and 3 others are fighting for life after a suspected drug-related incident. New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian said she will look to shut down unsafe dance music festivals. Dr. David Caldiot, an emergency doctor in Canberra and a senior lecturer at the ANU, said pill testing is a way to undermine the criminal marketplace, and it's clear that we're losing this battle of prohibition.
At the moment, the message we are giving young people is just to say no. Don't use any drugs because it's naughty. Yeah. At the moment, the message we are giving young people is just to say no. Don't use any drugs because it's naughty. But the doctors say it is much more persuasive to tell young people what's in the drugs they are taking and what can harm them.
And the doctors are exactly right. Politicians are saying no, zero tolerance. They don't care, don't
tell them what's going on, just say no. But that doesn't
drugs
work.
Kill them.
Kids don't listen to no.
Exactly, but if they know what's in the drugs,
they're going to do it.
They're not going to,
yeah,
they're
exactly.
less likely to take them.
Totally agree. A Keilor church future at risk. A piece of Keilor's history is in danger of being lost to the community. After numerous failed attempts to lease the former Christ Church Anglican at Keilor, the building's owner is fed up. He is considering selling it if something isn't done soon and is calling on Brimbank Council to step in.
I don't want this to become somebody's lounge room, but if something doesn't eventuate, that's what's going to happen. I can't keep going. There's land tax, there's rates, there's water, maintenance. The council should be looking after something like this that's heritage.
The 140-year-old building on Church Street in Keilor was purchased 10 years ago and has been sitting empty for 6 years. Allison Monkhouse funeral directors were really interested in it and wanted to take up a 40-year lease, the owner said, but it's caused such a stink that they walked away.
Then we had a GP who wanted to use it, but that was also knocked back after complaints. More recently, a person wanted to use it as a wellness centre, and that got about 12 objections. It's ridiculous. Whatever comes here is going to get objections.
He said he hoped the building could be preserved and remained as a community asset. I know councils aren't going to buy it, but they could rent it off us and use it as a community space.
I'm begging people to do something with this. It's something, it should be a no-brainer that we should have this be preserved and to be used for the community. I think all the activities and that could happen here would be great.
Keilor Historic Society President Susan Jensen said the building was a major significance to Brimbank, and she agreed the best option was for the building to be used as a community space.
I mean, that sounds like a tough decision for the owner, and one that won't come for a resolution unless the council are willing to come to the table. He's hoping for a favourable outcome for this beautiful heritage-listed church.
Hear, hear. You got to save these things. They tear down Australian history way too quickly.
Exactly. We don't actually have that much.
Just because we're not that old, it doesn't mean you should start taking away the things that did start these towns.
And 140 years for something Australian
is fantastic.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty
it
bloody
should
old.
be heritage. All right, guys, that's it for the week's headlines. Join us after the break for the rest of the 30/30 report. The Sunshine Lantern Festival comes to town. A full day of family fun, entertainment, rides, street performers, music, food of many nations, magical lion and dancing dragon. A lantern parade to celebrate the full moon, ending with spectacular fireworks. The Sunshine Lantern Parade is a free cultural community event staged and presented by the Sunshine Business Association. This event is supported by the Brimbank City Council and Multicultural Victoria. Sunshine Lantern Festival, held on Sunday the 23rd of September 2018 between 10am and 8pm, located at the Sunshine Shopping Centre Precinct, 320 Hampshire Road, Sunshine.
The 30/30 report. Everything West.
Welcome back to the 30/30 report. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, or hit us up on any of your podcasting sites. Also, drop us a line at the 3030report@gmail.com.
Hey P, did you watch the Emmys this week?
I can't say I did. It's not really my thing.
Look, it's not really mine either, but I do love to trawl the celebrity news articles while I'm on my lunch break at work. That's what I do. And yesterday, one story really caught my eye.
Tell me more.
It was about a director that proposed to his girlfriend while accepting his award at the Emmys.
Oh, I love. That sounds so sweet.
It was really sweet. He just won the won the Emmy for directing for a variety special for his work on the Oscars when he took to the stage to pay tribute to his recently deceased mum. So he said, "My mum always believed in finding the sunshine in things, and she adored my girlfriend Jan. Jan, you're the sunshine in my life. And Mum was right. Don't ever let go of your sunshine. You wonder why I don't like to call you my girlfriend? Because I want to call you my wife."
Oh my God, I've got goosebumps.
I know, it's going to make me cry just talking
So
about
sweet.
It got me thinking about some of the crazy lengths people go to for a proposal. Don't get me wrong, I'd really love one of these crazy proposals if my partner is listening.
Mr. C, are you listening?
Right. So there was a computer engineer from Sydney who customised a whole iPhone app, right? Mm-hmm. It took 3 years of planning, thousands of dollars, and some serious high-tech technology. But when he was planning to propose to his girlfriend Melody in 2010, he wanted to do something out of the ordinary. He commissioned a company to custom build an iPhone app containing clues, and he presented it to her one morning. What followed was a 200k scavenger hunt across Sydney to their favourite cafes, parks and train stations. As Melody followed the clues in the app, it posted her progress on Facebook so their friends and family could stay updated. The adventure ended 12 hours later in a penthouse with a message sewn inside one of her teddy bears. Thankfully, after all that, she said yes.
That sounds like one of the funniest and most constructed proposals
I would love
ever.
that. Imagine going on a scavenger hunt across town.
I know.
That would be great.
Oh, it would be fun. It would definitely be fun. My proposal from my husband was not like any of those.
Tell us about it.
Well, a few years ago, in 2012, it was Doomsday.
Yes.
In December.
Yes, I remember.
The world was supposed to end at 10 past 10 or 5 past 10 on Doomsday. And 2 minutes beforehand, I was laying in bed, just about to go to bed, as I always do. I'm a bit of an early bird, so I'm usually curled up in bed. He came in and he told me that in 60 seconds, the world's going to end. And I rolled over and just gave him this look like, oh, whatever. As we all do, you know. It's another the Y2K bug.
Exactly,
you know,
all over again.
Whatever. And I looked at him and he pulled a ring out of his pocket and he said, "Will you marry me?" And I burst into tears and I rang his mother.
See, I have a confession that I actually knew P's husband was going to propose. because I ran into him the day before at the shopping centre and he showed me the 2 rings he was trying to pick.
So it was a big plan against
exactly.
me.
It was a big plot all against her.
So, all the fault to him. The world didn't end, and we've been married for 5 years now.
So, just like I said, if my partner's listening, I would just love a big, crazy proposal.
So, get your thinking
I would
shoes
love
on.
any proposal.
Well, that's honestly what I ended up saying. Just do it in bed. It'll be fine. Nice and easy. Just give me my ring. All right. Join us after the break for Bambi's Limits.
The 3030 report will be right back.
The Werribee and District Collectible Vehicle Club invite you to their monthly Sunday morning car and bike display held on the last Sunday of each month in the car park corner, Cherry and Callie Street, Werribee. Come on down and have a coffee and a bite to eat while you look at all the amazing cars on display. Entry is free and it's kid friendly, so bring the whole family along. Bambi's Limit.
Australians all their hearts rejoice, for we are young and free.
G'day, Bambi. How's it hanging?
What are you doing?
Okay, so if you haven't noticed, today's theme's Australia. But not just Australia, but Australian slang.
Oh, okay. I might actually be good at these.
Yeah, so I think everybody's going to be good at these. I don't think there's much Australian slang around that we don't know. But let's say how well Bambi can use it.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
All right, so I'm going to give you a word, and you need to tell me what it is, and then you need to use it in a sentence.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, sounds simple, but we'll see how we go.
Okay, first question. This one, an easy one. Bludger.
Bludgers. Lazy people.
Use it in a sentence. An Aussie way.
Gonna go down to Centrelink and hang out with all the bloody dole bludgers.
That's it. All right, next one. Hot under the collar.
To be attracted to someone, I guess. Yeah, but to... Oh,
Loser,
Loser.
loser.
No, it's not.
that makes you
It's
hot.
definitely not that, all right? It's when somebody gets angry. You get hot under the collar?
I remember there was like, that shit that makes me get hot under the collar.
No. You were wrong. Just deal. All right. The next one. Reckon.
I think. I reckon.
You reckon?
I reckon.
You reckon?
I reckon.
I reckon you're right. All right. The next one. To show you the ropes.
To teach someone something.
Use it in a sentence.
Come over here, mate. It's your first day. I'll show you the ropes.
That's pretty good. All right. Here we go. The next one is larrikin.
Larrikin is like a joker, a clown.
Well done. Use it in a sentence.
Oh, that guy's a bloody larrikin, isn't he? Makes everybody laugh.
Aha, good job. Okay, now we get a bit harder. Now I'm going to give you 2 words and you need to tell me what they are, but these ones are pretty easy, so you'll know them, and use them in a sentence.
Together. Yeah?
Together, right? First one, bloke. Easy,
He's a guy, a man.
correct. And the second one, Maccas.
Is McDonald's.
All right, use them in a sentence.
See how fat that bloke is? All he does is eat Macca's for lunch.
That was actually good. All right. Okay. Next 2 are she'll be right.
It'll
Take
be
a
alright.
sickie.
It'll be alright, and I'm gonna call in sick to work.
Use them in a sentence.
Let's go to the pub tonight. Don't you have to work tomorrow? She'll be alright. I'll pull a sickie.
Ha! She did it. All right. I'm going to give you 3 this time.
Alright.
Up yourself.
Is to be stuck up.
Or have, yep, exactly. Whinge.
Is, whinge and moan and, like, complain.
And yobbo.
Yobbo is, like, a bogan. Just a, like a... what's another word for a bogan?
I was about to say,
yobbo. That's what we
yobbo.
use here. Yobbo and bogan are interchangeable.
I guess just a disrespectful...
Yeah. So what were my 3 words again?
So, this isn't going very well. All right, so up yourself,
Yeah.
whinge,
Yeah.
and yobbo.
All right.
Here we go.
Can I be 2 people again?
No, I really just wanted you to use it all in one sentence. That's in a conversation, so
Yeah,
it's a
I
little
know.
bit cheating.
It's
So
hard
no,
to use it
come
in,
on.
like, one sentence.
Time's ticking out.
All right. That chick is so up herself. What was the next word?
Whinge and yobbo.
She's such a bloody whinger. Why can't she just be a simple, easygoing yobbo like me?
All right, that's you
Sounds
got
more
there.
like-
That was pretty
It's
hard.
hard to use that order,
You got there. Do you know any what daily slang words do you use?
My dad is
Do you use much?
really Australian, so I use a lot of, like, obscure...
My
Like-
dad's a dunny man.
Yeah,
He's going into
I
dunny.
use eau de cologne a lot. which
Ooh,
is
that's a
your
good
telephone.
one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Have a blue, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
You know, oh, they had a blue. I get that gets used a lot, having a fight.
because of my dad, I always refer to my sister as my blood and blister.
Oh, blood and
Or my
blister.
blood.
Yeah, that's pretty Aussie.
If my dad will walk in and he'll ask me, "Where's my blood?"
Yeah, true. I think slab is probably the number
Slab,
one
yeah.
used Aussie slang word. Gotta go get myself a
Slab.
slab. I can't stand Australian television. I hate the sound of our
I
accents.
know. I watch a lot of UK television. I don't
if
watch
you-
a lot of Australian television.
And if you haven't heard, I have the Aussiest accent going around, so it's probably why I don't like it.
I have worked in a very semi-professional environment, so I go in and out really badly. I'll be talking really professional, and then I'll just slip a really bad slang in there, or I'll swear. It's really bad.
Turned into a larrikin, mate.
Yeah. A bloody bogan.
Bloody bogan, down the bottle-o. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen, Bambi's limits is pretty tested this week. She knows her Aussie slang. We couldn't crack her this week. I'll have to come up with something more difficult next week. Let's find out what's happening in the West.
Bambi's Limit.
Alright, guys. This is what's on this week in the West. On Friday, 21st of September at the Wyndham Cultural Centre, you've got the Q Fun fundraiser. Wyndham Youth Services Q program is running a fundraiser event to help raise awareness and funds for the GLBTIQ+ young people who are experiencing homelessness. Come along and join the fun, drag and acoustic performances and our rainbow auction with our MC, Nevo Jin, author of Finding Nevo. All money raised go to Family Access Network. Please come along for a fun night. This program is funded by the Victorian Government through the Healthy Equal Youth Program. Proudly brought to you by Q Program, Wyndham City Youth Services and Family Access Network. Festivities kick off at about 5:30 and it's $20 entry for adults and $5 for anyone under 18. Come and join the fun.
That sounds great.
It does, doesn't it?
I love all these young youth events that kids can get to and they can get out of trouble.
Exactly, and this one is really sort of a little bit more broader.
Yeah, definitely. It's for the adults, but so the older kids, you know, once they hit 18, finish school, their idle hands gets them into trouble.
Exactly.
This is something great, and it definitely brings a lot of different communities together.
Definitely. So on Saturday, you got the Car Maintenance Basics program at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Grange Community Centre. Do you have any idea what to do when it comes to looking after your beloved car? If not, come along and learn about your car's oil, tyres, fluid, and much more in a relaxed, friendly environment.
What a fantastic idea!
I know, that sounds definitely something that I could use.
Definitely.
Session is conducted by a qualified mechanic and is only $20. Bookings are essential and can be made on 8742 8000.
That is unbelievable. That is a really good thing for people just to head on down for half an hour. I don't imagine it would take too long.
Well, it's only a 2-hour program in total, and you're learning to change your
So
tires.
it just goes for 2 hours. That's okay.
Change
That's
your
brilliant.
oil,
You're going to
check
get a
your
lot in that.
fluids, You know, that's pretty good. And it's not too long, and only $20. That's pretty good.
So don't forget to book if you're interested on 8742 8000.
Now, on Sunday, we've got something that we've talked about for the last couple of weeks, but is finally happening. You got the Sunshine Lantern Festival.
Yay!
So we've got a free community event that takes place in the busy Sunshine Shopping Precinct along Hampshire Road, Sunshine, on the 23rd of September from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be a huge day for the whole family. There's stuff for the kids. They've got face painting and lantern making. They're going to have jumping castles. They're going to have dancing magical dragons and lions. The kids love that sort of stuff. And for the old adults, they're going to have street performers, entertainment, music, so much food. Oh my God. So guys, head on down there. Don't miss it. We've been spruiking it for the last couple of weeks. And if you go down, drop us a line at the 3030report@gmail.com and let us know how it was, and let us know if you run into us.
Even send us some photos. We make our YouTube videos and we'd love to add them to our YouTube videos.
Yes.
So don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and keep in contact. You've been listening to the 3030 Report.
Night, guys.
Night.